to these things so that they can also, as the perception goes, that cheap labor allows for them to be able to keep moderately priced goods and services for us, so that we can actually stop complaining about the eggs and the chicken that you have to pay exorbitantly for now. So it's such a complex issue that they do not understand, but from their own point of view, it does make sense. That's why they're saying what this is.
So, quick question: the Notorious and Omar, have either of you guys gotten promotions since the illegals have gotten kicked out of the country? Just curious.
Your attitude is exactly why you guys are losing, and you're going to continue to lose.
No, you're losing.
When you were losing big,
all losing.
You were losing bigly as your
brain is not because you're having to contend with that. This does not make sense to anybody on earth. First of all, these 7 policy shifts are eroding the rule of law and administrative consistency. That's going to affect every single person on this goddamn nation. You can't just trample over the Constitution and wipe your ass with it, and then it still remains in full effect. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, so
boys,
being pushed out of the country. Omar, have you gotten a promotion? Notorious, have you gotten a promotion at your job? Because I mean, that's what y'all care about. I mean, the workers of the illegals are gone, right? They're being pushed out. So surely you're there to fill the space, right?
Notorious is a farmer now.
He's got to pick a strawberry.
I explained to you that I didn't want to be led. I do not want to be led by right. Anybody in their right mind with common sense will not vote Democrat in 2025.
But you still can't absolutely say why. You say that as a matter of talking, but you can't actually identify why. Because if we start digging into the policies, then you sound stupid.
Look at the average IQ of the voters for Democrats and Republicans.
And Quinn already outlined that President Obama deported more than anybody, and you still don't have.
You just keep saying that, like you're because it makes you feel weird. But if we start digging into policy, then you don't sound as intelligent. You don't sound intelligent at all when we actually start getting into the minutia. When we actually start digging into policies that would impact people just like you in whatever economic position you are in. We can moderately say that's probably about equal to most if you're not in the top 1 or 2% of the people in the country. So this is impacting you as well. It's just that you either seem not to care because you are so invested in the cultural issues that you can't see how this is actually impacting you as well. Now, whatever that reason is, that's your personal assessment of whatever it is. But the bottom line is that these things are impacting you either unbeknownst to you or outside of your care, which doesn't seem like a really smart thing. So in redirect to this, all you're going to say is, this is exactly why Democrats lose, and then we're going to go into another explanation.
Well, hold on, though, Quinn. We know why they are winning.
It just doesn't have
we know why they are winning, though, right? Because they can, the night before they vote on a bill, say, I absolutely will not approve of that bill, and before you go to bed and wake up, they voted
for it. Knowing that Americans aren't going to accept the thing you did.
Ride Trump.
And they also know that Americans aren't going to go check the list. I mean, at least their voters aren't going to go check the list. But in fairness, most Americans aren't going to go check the voting record to see who actually still voted. What matters is what they say on TV, because that's what they're paying attention to.
But Quinn, you're taking too much time to say too many things. You need to say stuff like what I just said. You need to push that shit back in his damn face over what's really happening. They're not fucking winning. They fucking scared of Trump. They're worried about their power because it was too many of them didn't even like the bill, voted for it anyway, so they won't be challenged. Come on now, let's talk about what's really happening.
That's also true.
That's alignment, right?
We gotta stay focused on what's really like you got the nice.
Nah, it was just
Okay.
but what you're saying is also true, though, Deborah.
Sexual harassment. Let me shut up.
That's funny. Wow.
And I do apologize.
You too, Deborah. Me and you both, child. Because we can talk all night and I wouldn't care.
Anybody on the stage ever heard of Smedley Butler? Is anybody familiar with Smedley Butler?
No.
No. You guys gotta look him up. I just found out about this person. He's a historical figure, one of the most decorated Marines in history, and the narrative around him is so similar to the current days going on. It's insane, but it gives you some context as to the same play and why it's not that it's like it's hard to convince people. Yeah, it's not about people breaking the law, right? It's about scapegoating immigrants. It's about overreach. It's about mass deportation. Right? Mass deportations is it's another thing, right? Mass deportations are impossible because inevitably
I'm listening to this. Excuse me?
Oh, I was asking which room are you listening in?
I was in the Patty podcast.
Are you still having like Clubhouse Plus or you don't?
Yeah, that account's Clubhouse Plus.
Oh, do you sometimes come in our rooms to listen in?
No.
Anonymously?
No, because I've only heard you back on the app for 2 days.
True. I got suspended on this one, but it's not it's just suspension.
Any new gossip?
Yeah.
All right, stir the pot.
Or Dad sent videos of herself
Huh?
sucking her husband. Danny sent me a video of herself sucking her husband.
Oh, I heard all this stupid drama, yeah.
Yeah, she sent it to me. She sent 2 of them. I was like, oof. It's crazy.
I don't know, there's so much porn out there that, like, I think some people are like...
She must be, I'm telling you. If somebody has to go to the gym, it's her.
Oh, stop projecting.
Yeah, you're right. But, I'm skinnier than her, so that counts.
Oh, you're so petty. You're on like a social audio chat app as a fat ass talking about another fat ass.
How do you know I'm fat? You don't even know how to look like.
I can hear your voice in your cheeks, okay?
That is not my point. This is the way everyone.
You sound like a Mickey Mouse with a rat with cheese in its mouth when you talk.
I'm crying. No, I'm not. People say I sound skinny.
Listen, I like roasting you because it's a social audio chat
I
app.
know. I'm just also baby. I like when you do that. Like, go to the gym, Dad.
It's true because I really am. I'm about to go to the gym, like literally.
Okay.
So.
I'm trying that. Just come online so you can have a talk with him.
I think you want to talk with him. I could care less. You said he's very busy. That means.
Projecting.
Oh, you're projecting. I forgot already.
Yeah. There's nothing new going on, I guess. Like, some news being spread around. AJ is back. Do you remember the Palestinian AJ?
No.
Oh, well, Lebanese, whatever he is. That's it.
You want to hear a poem?
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, do you know the book, The Ways of the Saving King?
Yeah, and I think Andrew Meyer told me to get it. I bought it, yeah.
Oh, Andrew Meyer told you that?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know, a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, you got it. That's good.
Yeah, I think there's probably even like a couple books like with the same title. Okay, listen to this. This is the 42nd verse of the Tao. Tao gave birth to one gave birth to two gave birth to three gave birth to all the myriad things. All the myriad things carry the yin on their backs and hold the yang in their embrace, deriving their vital harmony from the proper blending of the two vital breaths. What is more loathed by men than to be helpless, little, and worthless? And yet these are the very names the princes and barons call themselves. Truly one may gain by losing, and one may lose by gaining. What another has taught, let me repeat, a man of violence will come to a violent end. Whoever said this can be my teacher and my father.
That's cute.
Yeah, I've been listening to the Tao Te Ching for like the past hour, and it's amazing because like you have when you listen to like a high quality philosophical audiobook, you do because it's like so variable. You do a lot of like reconciliation in your mind. It's a pretty interesting experience.
I never read the Tao Te Ching. Is it like some sort of Torah for the Chinese?
Yeah.
Then what made you read the Tao Te Ching and not the Torah or something?
It's probably just because it's available on YouTube very easily.
Okay.
But when you listen to it,
Mhm.
it's profound.
Okay.
And since it's so profound, it like basically runs your brain because it's like clearing your cache and like just it's basically like clearing your cache, updating your software every time you listen to it. The Jewish explanation would be it's like a direct transmission from Hashem, from Shammai. Okay, you want to hear another verse from it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put this one on YouTube as a short. I should just go to the gym right now. See, this is what happens when two fat people start
Okay, go
talking.
to the gym and then we do it later.
No, this is gonna be the last one that I do.
Okay.
I put up a lot of political content yesterday. Like, it's kind of interesting. Oh, Danny's here. Danny, Abby was just talking shit about you and your husband making sex videos.
This is why you should have gone when I told you to. Because, she left us.
When was the last time you had sex, Abby?
I'm a virgin. I don't have sex.
You've never had sex with a man? Wow.
No, never. I never held hands with a man.
Oh, wait till you get your first hand massage from a man. You'll like turn into a
I almost said Diego.
turn into a puddle of water. I don't know why I get their two names
Do you
confused.
think he's like, the other day we were looking at the beards, and some guy had like beard, like the mustache was hanging about the upper lip. When men happen, how do you kiss a man?
You just press
With
it.
the mustache.
You just press right over it. Don't matter.
Do we have that too?
No, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm just saying when you kiss, you kiss. Like there's no fucking complicated or technical
They
explanation.
were saying men with these mustache hanging above their upper lip don't kiss typically. Is that true?
I don't know. I'm not even gonna entertain your question anymore or any further.
Okay, read the poem and then you go to the gym.
Okay, this is the last one. Sorry, I wanted to get the YouTube set up. Okay, we're just gonna go. How old are you?
32.
32. Okay, we'll do the 30-second one. And this one is your now one. Here we go. Tao is always nameless, small as it is in its primal simplicity. It is inferior to nothing in the world. If only a ruler could cling to it, everything would render homage to him. Heaven and earth will be harmonized and send down sweet dew. Peace and order will reign among the people without any command from above. When once the primal simplicity diversified, different names appeared. Are there not enough names now? Is this not the time to stop? To know when to stop is to preserve ourselves from danger. The Tao is to the world what a great river or an ocean is to the streams and brooks. The Tao is always nameless, small as it is in its primal simplicity. It is inferior to nothing in the world. If only a ruler could cling to it, everything would render homage to him. Heaven and earth will be harmonized and send down sweet dew. Okay, I'm calling that What is Tao?
Tao is like God.
Yeah, but this is a decompression and an explanation.
Okay, you go to the gym. I'm almost leaving. Thank you.
What do you think, Robert? What do you think, Roberto?
Sandwiches. And so the chicken place has gotten really popular. They don't even have their own location. They're just, subletting it.
The master governs. The people are hardly aware that he exists. Next best is a leader who is loved.
Tao is always nameless. Small as it is in its primal simplicity, it is inferior to nothing in the world. If only a ruler could cling to it, everything would render homage to him. Heaven and earth will be harmonized and send down sweet dew. Peace and order will reign among the people without any command from above. When once the primal simplicity diversified, different names appeared.
If you want to buy it,
Are there not enough names now? Is this not the time to stop? To know when to stop is to preserve ourselves from danger. The Tao is to the world what a great river or an ocean is to the streams that brooks. Tao is always nameless. Small as it is in its primal simplicity,
you know something about Jewish law?
it is inferior to nothing in the world. If only a ruler could cling to it, everything will render homage to him. Heaven and earth will be harmonized and send down sweet dew. Peace and order will reign among the people without any command from above. When once the primal simplicity diversified, different names appeared. Are there not enough names now? Is this not the time to stop? To know when to stop is to preserve ourselves from danger. The Tao is to the world what a great river or an ocean is to the streams that brooks. Tao is always nameless. Small as it is in its primal simplicity, it is inferior to nothing in the world.
Finish with July the 4th, which is always amazing to me because we weren't free in 1776. But
Just open comments about, in some cases, even that's becoming
Tao,
no, and that's the part. And let's see.
shows ahead. A great nation. We got people doxing. We got people assaulting ICE agents. We got crowds of
Tao is always Tao is always nameless. Small as it is in its primal simplicity, it is inferior to nothing in the world. If only a ruler could cling to it, everything would render homage to him. Heaven and earth will be harmonized and send down sweet dew. Peace and order will reign among the people without any command from above. When once the primal simplicity diversified, different names appeared. Are there not enough names now? Is this not the time to stop? To know when to stop is to preserve ourselves from danger. The Tao is to the world what a great river or an ocean is to the streams and brooks. Tao is always nameless.
And let's see, regarding Obama. Yeah, Obama did.
shows ahead of the people. A great nation. Thus,
We got people doxing.
Thou is always nameless. Small as is in its primal simplicity.
I don't know.
Let me
But that's what I'm saying. In the beginning, your argument was they were auditing the whole.
They weren't fine. They weren't fine.
The majority of those employees were not terminated.
So the I-9 forms themselves did not identify an undocumented worker. They probably just took the documents and then ran social security numbers.
All right, so Chipotle, here's the article. Chipotle
So
fired
Trent got the answer for
450
you,
workers.
JD, even though you employ people, because JD, you don't know what you're talking about, according to.
So here's what happened. So Chipotle fired 450 workers in Minnesota after an audit by U.S. immigration officials flagging questionable worker eligibility documents.
Right, and those could have
So
been
they were
American
fired.
citizens. No, that could have been American citizens that just all they had to do was bring back the right paperwork to show, like, hey, this is I may have written.
Yeah, but nobody said this was impossible.
Oh my God!
He said it was impossible.
Hold on. See, what I told you is that if they audited all I-9s, nobody will work in America. So maybe they did a few.
They audited 8,000 companies.
Wait. Odie, do a through line. Like, how does one go to? How does auditing go to nobody will work to America?
Just put that.
Because everybody's required to do an I-9.
I'm going to tell you why. I'll tell you why Trump. I'm not going to go back farther than that because I don't know. But I'll tell you why recently they started upping I-9 form audits is because they're not looking just for undocumented workers. They're just looking for immigrants, period. They're looking for immigrants, period. So when you fill out I-9 form and you say I have a work permit and all that, those are the people they're looking for.
So look, I I don't know every single way around.
Oh, Trent, you don't need to. Hold on, Trent, hold on.
Do you want me to tell you how it works?
Let him make the comment. Let him make the comment.
Let him make the comment. E-Verify is not mandatory in every damn state, bro.
Yeah, it's not. So what we do is we skip the
We don't need the explanation on E-Verify. I think everybody, to the dumbest person, including Notorious, knows what E-Verify.
So, JD, what I'm trying to say is that everybody that comes to work in America, if you don't